And that sound means you know what time it is, friends. This is the Monday Night Quarterback MNQB. Guess what? We're back. And you know what? It might just be me and Edwin Diaz's rock out music, but that would be kind of boring. I tried that last week. Didn't go great. Ryan Russillo, he does it well. Colin Cowherd, he's perfected it, but they've got their 10,000 hours plus. I don't have it. So I brought at least one friend with me today. You might recognize him. Twin
That's
King,
right.
what's going on? Welcome back.
How's it going, man? It's going. Yeah. Hey, I'm all right. I'm here, alive. We, as Mike alluded to, we started last week's show. We got about 5 minutes in, and then an atomic bomb went off here in Kannapolis, North Carolina, and we had to deal with that. Specifically here on Keedy Mill Loop, it was awful. And but yeah, so we're back. We're back. Glad to be back. Interesting week, first week of the divisional matchups, so ready to get it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely ready to get it on. And Drew, we had backup this week. 2 is 1 is none, but 3 is company.
Yep, absolutely. We
who could it be? Who could it be? Is it one of the theme songs from the Replacements movie? Mr. Shepherd.
I grew strong. I learned how to get along. There it is. There we go.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What's up, boys? Glad to be back. Drew, glad you survived the near apocalypse down there. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get things rolling.
Definitely got a lot to talk about. For the what are we at now? 16 viewers and listeners. We wanted to let you know we're cleaning things up a little bit. Our podcasts have been going a little bit long, hour 45 plus for the last few. Now we're having a blast, but
it would be unprofessional of us to blame Jason for that.
It would be very unprofessional of us to blame Jason for that. Now I should also mention that Jason has faithfully, after this week, served his suspension. He even wrote a letter to his sponsor to let them know that he's put all those bad words and other crude comments behind him. He's moving forward. The windshield is bigger than the rear view for a reason, and so will we. So we'll be excited to have him back very soon. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, gents, I'm sponsored again by this nice red blend Chianti Classico out of Italy. Drew, who you got?
Bullet Bourbon. Going back to the classics. Thank you to Bullet for their lack of funds. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Logan?
And no bottle here, just a pretty heavy pour of the Old Forester 1897.
I was gonna say that looks like Old Forester.
Yep. Yeah, you got an eye for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we get the sponsors,
That's right. Logan, next time you talk to Old Forester, have him send a bottle my way. I ran through everything I had last time. Okay.
I should be able to make that happen for you. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Now, one thing, gents, I know we're going streamline. I know we're going efficiency. We've talked about it. We've game planned. We have a plan, kind of, sort of, I think. But Logan, I want to hear your opinion on this first. Drew, I'm almost positive because we've had this conversation via text already that I know what your thoughts are. When you hear Ohio State fans talk about wanting to fire Ryan Day, Logan, what are your opinions of that in a brief synopsis?
Yeah, so just since most people won't know, I'm actually a Michigan State grad, so I don't have really any horse in the race between OSU and Michigan. That being said, OSU all day for me. My fiance is an OSU fan, all that stuff.
Breaking news, by the way. Breaking news. I hadn't said anything. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. But Ryan Day's a hell of a coach, obviously. I don't think anybody would question that. But knowing the bit that I know about Ohio State fans, the expectations here in Columbus, 3 losses in a row to Michigan is not well received. And maybe it's time for some fresh blood. That's my thought. I have seen coaches keep their job doing a lot worse of a job than Ryan Day's doing. But I get the whispers that maybe it's time for something else.
Yeah. Last year, I was throwing out whispers and my dad thought that I was crazy. This year, he's kind of come back on board now. That was immediately after the game. But the way that I've heard it described is, no offense, Logan, and you guys did jump up and ruin a couple of our days, most especially the day that I went to the Big Ten championship game with my wife, and Michigan State just stole my soul, grabbed it out of me a la Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and
Damn
ate
right.
it in front of me. Didn't love that. But what I've heard it described as lately is the rest of the schedule are the quizzes, which impact your grade, but this is the final exam. And if you fail that, then you don't pass the class. So that's kind of where I'm at with Ryan Day. Drew, do you share a similar sentiment or no?
Yeah. We summed it up there. I don't want to break any. Where everybody knows how we felt about the Irish game.
Yeah,
Fighting Irish.
We did talk about that.
Obviously you lose 2 in a row to Michigan. You're kind of like, somebody's raising eyebrows at that, right? Like, you got to beat them. And then when you call your team tough after you run a jet sweep on 4th and 1, and then you just destroy a 90-year-old living legend
From Ohio, by the way.
I'm like,
From Ohio.
I don't like that at all. And so I've kind of been on the Ryan Day get his ass out of here train. And then obviously when you go 0-3 or 1-3 against that team up north, I think we're heading back to like a John Cooper era here, and we can't afford that. We can't. We've got Urban Meyer and Jim Tressel did such a great job closing the gap on the overall record, all-time wins in college football. We're right behind them, and this isn't helping. This isn't helping when you can't beat them. And so I can't. And we talked real quick. We don't want to break news here on the Monday night quarterback, but Vrabel.
Mm-hmm. I would love that. I would love that.
Can we work that timing out where like Vrabel, he's had 2 years in Tennessee that have been kind of not great. Is there a way we could make that happen?
I think
hey, Coach
there's
Vrabel.
a way that Les Wexner could make that happen. It's a phone call. And I think that whoever knows Mr. Wexner, just, maybe put a bug in his ear, see what's up.
Yeah.
Right.
And now the athletic department can't, I don't think, approach Vrabel without, because he's still coaching a team, but they have people, alumni that they can call, they can talk to him and say, hey, a little bird tells me that Buckeyes might be interested in you next year. How do you feel about that? And then they can get a read on the room. And if we can make that happen, I think that would be best case scenario right now.
That'd be phenomenal.
If you can't make something like that happen, I don't. You've seen these programs take a decade off after they screw something up, firing a coach or getting rid. Lloyd Carr from Michigan. I mean, they went through a decade and a half of just awful coaches, and it was bad. So we don't want that to happen.
Long live Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah, if you can secure, Mike Vrabel, it's like game on, just do it.
Now, Drew, the listeners know that you have a plethora of children, 5 to be specific. We need to raise our kids right. We need to raise them in a world where Ohio State beats Michigan and Michigan State beats Michigan, Logan. Let's not leave you out.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want Michigan to lose every game that they play.
Yeah. And Notre Dame beats Michigan.
Yeah.
And USC, welcome to the Big Ten, beats Michigan.
Appalachian
and USC
State.
And Appalachian State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good call. Now,
UCLA beats Michigan.
Yeah. And the other thing that'll help you raise your kids right, Drew, is by winning the NFL picks. So how are we doing in that?
What a segue.
That was excellent. Still a work in progress, but no, that was excellent. Bob Stradamus. Oh, shit, man. He's just kind of running away with this. 13-2 this week. He did not have the foresight to realize Green Bay would beat Detroit. And he also missed the Rams at Arizona. Every other frickin' pick he nailed. 13-2. And it's insane. You got the Taints 12-3, Sharks, Niners, Tsunami 11, Bandits, myself, Coyotes, Empire, Club 10. Club 9, replacements. Oof. Logan. Ouch, buddy.
Bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
Bring the
was coming
toilet
up.
paper because you're wiping rears. Yeah, everything is just Bob Stradamus he's just running away with this. He's running away with it. He's 122 wins. Mike and I are tied at 114.
Mm.
He is
We gotta close
running
that gap.
away with it. Man, the way he's picking, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen.
What,
So
this is week what, 12?
yeah, week 12.
Yeah, so we've got 5 weeks left, 6 weeks left, if my math serves me well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game, 1.2 games a week.
Yep.
Doable.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's still doable, but guy, he hits a 13-2 once or twice more this season. It ain't doable. Yeah, that's crazy. Coyotes 111, Bandits 110, Replacements 110, Tsunami 110. After that, Taints, Clubs, Niners, Empire all below 105. I don't want to say hang it up, but hang it up. Put a fork in it. It's over.
Like the Thanksgiving turkey, she's done, friends.
She's done.
She is done. Now, I've gone and taken the liberty, Logan, you'll be happy about this, to update the NFL wins pool, which is different than NFL picks. And I understand that might be confusing, and sometimes it's confusing to me. But this is the 2 teams that we drafted at the beginning of the year. Logan has the Cowboys and the Lions. He's in the lead with 16 total wins so far in the season. Obviously, we're waiting for this Monday night game. Just kicked off second half. We're tied, I believe, at 3-3, and Logan is sweating out a little part of that. We'll get to that here in a moment. In addition, so he's in the lead, 16 wins. We have 2 teams with 14. That's the 69ers and yours truly. Behind us, we've got 3 teams sitting with 13. Those are the Kings, those are the Bushwhackers, and those are the Big Daddy's Bandits. 1 at 12, who are the Golden Taints. I think that's about the field at this point.
And if we look at that, the 69ers have the Ravens and the Seahawks. Seahawks running out of juice here, not looking good. And then, Mike, you have the Eagles and the Titans. The Eagles, great. Titans, oof.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
the
surprised.
Eagles are carrying you this year. I don't think you're going to be able to close the gap on the Cowboys and the Lions.
I don't either. Yeah, I think Logan had pretty much started running away with this last week, but his line slipped up this week, and I don't know. Logan, what do you think? Do you think you're running away with this thing? Is it over?
It's not over. I feel really good about my chances, but I mean, yeah, the Lions almost lost to the Bears. Obviously, did lose to the Packers at home on Thanksgiving. That was embarrassing. Cowboys are capable of losing to the Cardinals. We saw that earlier this year. So while I would take my 2 over the 2 of anybody else, I mean, maybe Vrabel coaches those Titans up and they go on a run so he can look better to Ohio State at the end of the year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not over, but I'm very pleased with both my squads there.
As you should be.
Agreed. Drew, we got some movement with the Eliminator, do we not?
Yeah, we do. As soon as I find it. As soon as I find it. Yeah, we got nothing else to do here. All right, there we go. So Bushwhackers. Kind of like everything else he's done this year. He sucks. Yeah.
Well, we're
Hate
talking
it for you,
like
Kurt. Hate it for you.
we're talking
Bye.
we're talking fantasy football, Kurt,
Yeah,
Just-
not at life.
Yeah, right.
I would
right,
never say that.
Yeah.
No, but at fantasy football, the Cortland Fantasy Football League specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're hitting some parlays out there we don't know about, and you don't need us any this year. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is.
Maybe
But yeah, he took your Lions, Logan, and back to back, he took Washington, and he backs that up with the sure bet Detroit and gets skunked.
Mhm.
So that's rough for Kurt. He had a good run, man. He was undefeated forever there.
through 10
And
weeks.
honestly, both of those
Yeah.
picks these last 2 weeks seemed pretty like sure things to me
Yeah.
going in,
That's
Yep.
a good point. Yeah, Detroit was, I think, 7-point favorite on Thanksgiving Day, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Washington was favored by 10, I want to say, last
Jeez.
week.
Yeah.
So
And we're getting
You know.
rid of the ballsy pick of the week because Tennessee and Kansas City were the only two teams picked this week, and there's There's no need for it.
Both dicey at times. Both dicey at times.
Yeah, so everybody is blade running at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody has one loss. So, yeah.
If we all bow out in the last week, or if there's a tie, the way that it works is the team that went the farthest, the longest, is the team that's going to win.
Kirby Kings.
So, yeah, Kirby Kings had their first loss week 11.
Mhm.
If we all tie, that means that they win, because the Sharks and Logan, you and I, we lost in week 10. And then Pops, he has first loss week 3.
Yep. So I've lost on a tiebreaker before, and it sucks.
Yep.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. But Nostrababis is crushing it right now in all the non-fantasy related.
You know what? Yeah. Nostrababis, Bobstradamus, Bobstranasis is he's in the mix of a little something something.
Are we going right after that one?
Do we want to wait, or do we want to build some
Not
suspense?
really. No.
Let's build it. Logan,
Build
can we
it?
build it?
Nah, let's hop right in.
All right,
Let's
if
hop
we
right
build
in.
it. If we build it. Fields will come
Justin
into the
Fields will come. That's right.
That's right. So currently, as we sit, Kirby Kings coming in at 5-6. Remember, this is the first week of entering divisional play one more time. So we've got 2 weeks left in the regular season after this here week. Kirby Kings are coming in at 5-6, done with 50 points. The replacements, our buddy, Mr. Shepler, 45 points. He's got Justin Fields going. Just started the second half, 3 points. He's down 5. Drew, can he get it done? I'm surprised.
He can.
Yeah.
He can. I mean, a rushing touchdown is all it takes.
That's all it takes.
And if you have Justin Fields on your roster, that's what you're hoping for, because he usually ain't getting done through the air. So, yeah, CMC, hell of a game. Mike Evans, 2 touchdowns, 15 points. But Bob Stradamus dropped the Josh Allen bomb. Wow. Against Philly. Wow. 339, 2 touchdowns, 9 carries, 81 freaking yards, and 2 on the ground for a grand total of 30 points.
That's a big number. Logan, that couldn't have been nice to see.
If we ran the tape back from like 6 weeks ago, I would be on here saying the only time the Kirby Kings win is when Josh Allen goes off. And hey, here we are again. They scored 50. Nice team total. Josh Allen with 30 of them. I mean, hey, props to him. It was a really great game. I mean, that game was just really fun to watch, non-fantasy, all that stuff aside. I could not believe going in. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. I want to come right back to you. But how much did you have to pay Riley Patterson of your Detroit Lions to get the Bob Stradamus -1 points to help you out? How much did that cost?
Allegedly cannot actually release that info at all.
Okay, I cut you off.
You do understand. But yeah, Blake Group A with 16 on the bench. You do love to see that. Going into the late games, I was probably like a 93% chance to win, something like that. And lucky for me, I have the kicker of that slog fest last night, the quarterback in this even worse slog fest tonight, James Conner, whose team loses by about 1,000 points. And then, yeah, he has Josh Allen. So, that's how it goes sometimes. I do still have a chance. Like Drew said, all I need is a rushing touchdown, and then no more turnovers from Fields. So that's no guarantee. But I don't know. It's going to be a sweat.
Mm-hmm. Now, Justin Fields, he's at 141 yards passing currently. We've got 8 minutes, 21 seconds left to go. 31 yards rushing, no turnovers, no touchdowns, but they are driving. We're getting close to the red area. The website is telling me that the Kirby Kings are 98% favorites to win the game. I'm not buying that. I think you should be 75. The Kings should be 25. But if we can get Calvin Ridley in the lineup, we're not even having this conversation. What are we thinking here? Has he got a spot available?
Okay. Calvin Ridley committed some serious crimes earlier in the year. Okay. And he is paying his time. He's doing his time.
Uh-huh.
Whatever, however you want to say it.
Sure.
he has done his time. He will be in there next week, barring some unforeseen circumstance. James Conner, thought he was the waiver free agent pickup of the year. I know I beat Mike by like 2 hours to get him.
Yep. I was upset about that.
James Conner's going to where the same cell where Calvin Ridley's been. Okay. And he might not come out the rest of the year.
5 and 5.
So yeah. Ridley, I do feel bad. And then we got to give love to my guy Ayuk. I just I don't know. I'm making the wrong decisions every week. It's the same story.
Yeah. And you got Chris Olave with 114 yards. He didn't get in the end zone. Well, he did get concussed. So, but still, he's catching balls.
He did get concussed,
but he got 114 yards.
That's got to be worth something.
I mean, yeah, that's not a point.
With 11 points. I mean, you've got options, Logan, which is more than some people can say. One thing, I don't want to gloss over this point. There are 3 people tied at the top of the leaderboard in the CFFL. And those 3 people are talking to your ear hole right now. We're tied, all of us, at 7-3-1. Now, Logan, it's up to you to move to 8-3-1 because, spoiler alert, the other 2 of us should be getting to that here in just a couple of hours.
I'm doing my best. I don't want to be left out of that. But I will say the Kirby Kings needs this a lot more than I do. If we're going to do standings breakdown or anything, we'll see that is actually true.
Yeah. Where does this put us? So obviously you're in the lead in the division, right? And the Kings are in the basement of the division. Yeah. So
5 and 6, which he'd be 6 and 6.
It's going to be real tight if he wins.
6 and 6 with 2 weeks to go. He could get to 8 wins.
That means everybody in the division, because the club are losing. They're currently 7-5. We're getting ahead of it.
They're done.
Let's jump back to this.
We'll come back.
You got anything else?
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, man. Fat matchup against New England. You figured with DeVito back there, he was gonna have a game.
The Paisano.
That's right. Yeah, whatever. Capiche. I love pizza too. Saquon did no love, man. No love. 12 carries, 46, 2 points. So, I mean, this could really be out of reach if he would have performed the way you thought he would. But no, not happening. That's a rough pick there. I mean, he had 18 last week. He has a 10 spot and a 16. Other than that, there's a lot of zeros and single-digit points out of Saquon. That's rough.
Who we got next week for the Giants? We got bye week. Yeah, so gonna have to sit him down. Not a good time for a bye week
in the playoffs, or not the playoff, but the our division.
Might as well be the playoffs. I mean,
for Bob Stradamus, this is the playoffs. If he wants to have a shot, he's got to win.
Yeah, got to play defense. We'll check back in on this game here in just a few moments as things develop. Bears go up 3. Field goal is good.
Field goal.
59 left in the third quarter. Moving forward, we have 100% probability that, guys, I'm telling you what, the Big Daddy's Bandits are getting the W against the Players Club. This game is in the books. The club, I remember, Drew, I think it was 2 weeks ago when he got a suspension. Or 3.
Yep.
He was on here. He did say a lot. But I think he said that he's ahead of everybody else in the CFFL. Nobody had a better record than he did. And that was true. And since the moment that he made that statement, he's gone on to lose 2 games in a row.
Yep. Well, he won because he broke the curse, right?
Yes.
And broke the curse.
And he
beat the Empire,
which he hasn't received yet.
We'll get accounting on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're net 30 with him anyway. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. So the club, 2 in a row now. 7 and 5. That's updated, right? Yeah, 7 and 5. So
it's updated. And I got to ask Logan though. I mean, he's our special guest. We can't leave him out. How do you think that Tom and the Big Daddy's Bandits feels with that number 2 pick getting them the victory?
Oh yeah, I mean, simple math, right? 45-42 final. Justin Tucker with 8 points. Without Justin Tucker, they lose that game.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you would have gone with an empty spot in that.
Imagine if you'd have used Harrison Bucker and won 44-42.
Yeah,
that would be less
would have
impressive.
Been a totally different ball game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're going for style points here. So yeah, second round pick coming through. As we're not supposed to talk about for like the last 6 weeks, but
which we will continue to talk about.
Yeah, but life came at the Players Club fast the last couple weeks.
Yeah, super quick.
I would like to put in my nomination for that. Austin Eckler is kind of not good anymore, and that's a real concern for this team.
Mm-hmm. I remember he was on here talking about his 3 horsemen of Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, and Jonathan Taylor. Well, his tricycle has a flat tire.
You got that one wheel just lopping along. The other one, and now he's going in circles. You know what I mean? Because this wheel's flat. And Austin Eckler is, 28?
Yeah.
20 years old. That's about when the wheels start to go flat.
I think.
But guys, don't worry. He's got playoff Lenny.
That's true. Oh, I forgot about playoff Lenny.
Yeah, the ace up the sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 0 points. Did not register a carry this week. So maybe he's still working into the role. Man. Well, the other thing, I did notice he does have Christian Watson on the bench.
Yep.
And Jacoby Myers, who got 10 and 9 points respectively. But yeah, I mean, he's got Herbert, who performed really well at the beginning of the year, Drew, right? We got 13, 13, 20, 18 to kick it off. And then it's been kind of sine wave after that.
Yeah.
There we go, geometry. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, obviously, looks like playoffs are likely.
Baltimore's a tough defense. Baltimore is a tough defense. So that was to be expected that he might put up less than 10. The Jets are a tough defense. He put up 2. Kansas City is a very good defense, 6. Everybody else, he's posted double digits. And right now, if you're getting double digits out of a quarterback, I don't think you can expect much more than that.
Yeah.
So he's got New England, Denver, Las Vegas, Buffalo, Denver, KC. So that's, not the best, but not awful. So I think he's fine. And he's got Stafford coming back, putting up 15. Cleveland next week for Stafford, then Baltimore, ouch. Washington, perfect. New Orleans, we'll see. Giants should be great. San Fran week 18. Are we playing week 18?
We are not playing week 18.
It's week 17, right? So that's irrelevant. Okay.
We always have played until week 17 in this league.
So we kept it the same. Yeah, we
kind of
kept
beneficial when we added the extra league in the NFL.
Logan, but yeah, he'll be. I think he'll be okay because Jacob and Taylor still crouching it. So
yeah, I think so too. He's got a strong roster, just maybe not the best of luck. Logan, these zombie bandits, man, they just keep finding ways to get it done. Are we gonna? I know they're in your division. Are we gonna have to worry about these guys?
I didn't think so, but the first time I played him, I lost to him. So I know he is capable of pulling off some wins. Still on paper, not really a team that I'd be too scared of, unless he starts playing Calvin Austin III again. The dark horse. But Jamar Chase doesn't have Burrow anymore. It takes big hit there. Kyler, not sure you can count on 14 from Kyler every week just because he got a rushing touchdown. And then there's not a lot of depth, but with the kickers he has, he's always going to be a threat.
Yeah. So we've just rounded out the Eastern Division, and Logan, whether you win or lose tonight, you're still going to be in sole position of first place in the division. Whether it's 8-3-1 or 7-4-1, you'll be at the top. The club are going to be in second at 7-5, and then the Bandits are going to be at 6-5-1 because that game is complete already. And then the Kings, man, they're either going to be 5-7 and out of it, or 6-6 and right in the mix. So this division is tightly contested and come down to the wire.
Still too close to call.
Definitely too close to call. But you're in pole position. Obviously, a win tonight really helps out. Drew, I think, I was worried about the Golden Titans, as Clara calls them, when we had them lined up on the schedule. They're the team, if anybody recalls, beat me by 1 point week 1 in the regular season. And I had this game circled on our team's calendar up on the bulletin board. And I'll tell you what, man, I went And I played in that Turkey Bowl on Thanksgiving, which we can jump into here after our recaps are done. I know Logan's itching to hear more updates about that. And my team performed, man, just like I did. Performed. And we just, we scored a ton of points, man. Scored a ton of points. Ended up with 72. We're going to be moving to 8-3-1, and the Taints are going to be moving to 7-5. What did you see in this one, Drew?
Yeah, we were hoping for a little better out of Lamar, although that was irrelevant to you because you already had it in the bag. So him taking a week off might have worked out better for you. Montgomery's back. That's beautiful. Touchdown, 15 carries. Pollard, he fell into the end zone finally.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while for him. CeeDee Lamb, yeah, I love the stack there. You got the whole Dallas offense.
I got the whole Dallas offense and the whole Lions offense.
Yeah.
It's basically my NFL wins pool. Mike just drafted that team.
It is, man. He saw how you drafted there. He said, I like your style.
Uh-huh.
Or vice versa, I guess. You're a Lions fan, so either way.
Yeah, it was vice versa.
Yeah, but Laporta, he's balling. So yeah, that was just beautiful performance there for 72. I was hoping Lamar wouldn't quite do enough because I was kind of leading the league in scoring, but Lamar did enough to surpass my beautiful score as well. And then for Jason, he's got a good team. The thing is, Mixon, that's rough, dude. That Cincinnati offense right now, that's rough. Amon-Ra is going to be fine. Keenan Allen is still balling. He'll be fine. Nico Collins got in the end zone. Cole Kmet is playing right now. 6 for 39. That's not awful for a tight end. You just got to find the end zone there. And Dak has been playing really good the last few weeks. So
Dak's on fire, man. Yeah, I think I'm fortunate that I put up 72 points to be able to beat this team. This is a good team. This guy's going to be a problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he had an off week and he scored 47, so that would have beat about half the teams in the league this week. Just not you, was 72.
Pacheco on the bench with 15.
I was surprised by that, Logan. Yeah, are you surprised by that? And do you think he should have fit him in the lineup, knowing what he would have known before this week started?
I mean, personally, I would have gone Pacheco against the Raiders over Mixon with the backup quarterback in there. I mean, hindsight 2020, but I have Mixon in one league, and I started Drew's boy Ramondre Stevenson over him this week. So, like, I didn't have high hopes for that. I imagine that he will rectify that in the next couple weeks, though.
Yeah,
look at that.
And
bench,
Justin Jefferson might be coming back too.
That's what I'm saying. That bench, man, Cabernet or Charbonnet or Charbonnet, however we pronounce that. He could be. Yeah, the Chianti. He could be the lead back here. Although Seattle's not doing a whole lot, so maybe that won't happen. But Pacheco's crushing it. Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, if he comes back, Drake London's not awful, and his backup tight end got a touchdown, Gerald Everett. So,
right.
I mean, God, his bench is he's deep, man. He's got depth. So
the Empire is envious of his bench.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a good problem to have, when you got options. So he's just got to find the right starters every week, which Amon-Ra, you're playing, Keenan Allen, you're playing. The problem with Keenan Allen's the touchdowns. I know he's done pretty good this year, but traditionally with Keenan Allen, he doesn't get in the end zone enough. He's more of a PPR volume guy. But, it's a solid roster, man. It's just a bad week for him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing that I'm concerned about next week, we got Lamar on bye, and then Dorian Thompson-Robinson did get the concussion last week. So, we'll have to check and see that waiver wire, see what's out there.
Booty.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find that out.
Maybe your dad will
Joe
trade one of those
Flacco.
14 quarterbacks he has.
Right.
Yeah, Flacco. There we go.
My father traded me Dak Prescott for Jalen Waddle in the other league that is very highly contested among his neighbors, and he has just continued to receive shit entirely from all of his friends about making that trade. So he told me, I asked him if he was interested because he's so pissed at Mahomes. I said, "You want to trade Mahomes?" He said, "I'm not making any more trades with you."
Have we passed the trade deadline though?
I don't think so. I think
we
have. Have we?
It's gone.
We may
Yeah,
have,
it was like week 10.
Yeah.
I was going on when Andrews got hurt to try to find a tight end, and
right you are.
No go.
Yeah, it's
So,
over.
All right,
it's
good
over.
call. Speaking of over, the Bushwhackers going up against the Tsunami. While this game is actually still in contest, it's for all intents and purposes over.
It is
Bushwhackers
not.
at 61 and the Tsunami at 35. Both have one player remaining. Ty Chandler for the Tsunami, and we have DJ Moore for the Bushwhackers. Gentlemen, the Bushwhackers are moving to 5-7. Should we care?
It looked like a toilet bowl matchup, doesn't it?
Kind of
The
does.
4-7, the 4-7, and you just this has the making of Kohler. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was excited for this, and
This is like RC Cola back in the day when you couldn't afford Coke.
yeah, absolutely. It's there, but it's not as good. And man, the Bushwhackers just beat that ass, man. Woo. Crushing it.
I want to give a shout out to the Whackers, since last week they left a roster spot open. Didn't even really know that was possible, but they did. And I think they still won last week, but actually filling the entire team this week and putting up 61,
he had Cooper Kupp
making
on
up for
by.
that. Yeah, and who knows? Who knows? But now that he's out of the Survivor, the Eliminator, maybe he'll just focus on that Kohler Bowl.
That's right. We got a new sponsor, I believe.
I think that's a great call, guys. That's a very good call. I mean, let's be honest, gentlemen. With Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, Bijan Robinson, who's now been unleashed, this team is going to be a force to reckon with in the Kohler Bowl, excuse me.
Yeah, DJ Moore still balling, man.
Yeah,
just the quarterback play sucks, right, Logan? But
I don't know about that.
Well, the scoreboard says it's sucking because
live
need
look
3
through.
more points. Yeah, live update. Justin Fields 21-28, 155 throwing, 6 carries, 44, 5 points. Logan, you're still 3 short. Justin Fields gets to 8, you tie. He gets to 9 or more, you win.
Yep.
Yeah, now we're to the point where a passing touchdown will at least tie it up, and then maybe a few more yards here or there.
Ironically,
get it done.
A tie for you here is not as ugly as it was when we tied.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. That was
Dicker the
was
kicker.
so fun.
Dicker the kicker. I'm still salty about that.
That was the week that I started the guy on bye.
I still taste his dicker, and it's
Ouch.
salty, and I hate it.
Ouch.
And I'm so pissed. I'm so mad.
Wow.
Mad. Breece Hall, man. Breece Hall, just come on, buddy. Get it done for it. Couldn't do it.
Oh, man.
I think you'll get a chance for some revenge later in the year.
That's
get a chance, but we'll see how it goes.
probably likely, as Justin Fields is in the shotgun to start our 4th quarter, and they're holding up 4s as we enter that. Gents, what do we have to say about the Tsunami? I mean, it's been kind of a difficult year for the Tsunami. Logan, do you think with the addition of Ty Chandler, who's got 3 carries for 8 yards, is that going to move the needle for him, in this Kohler Bowl contest?
I would have to say probably not. Not that player specifically. I actually like Ty Chandler, but it's not really going to get it done. Keaton Mitchell, everyone's like hype guy for the end of the year. He's not going to score touchdowns. So in this league, he's not really going to matter. And then he's picking the wrong quarterback every week. Really, having 3 good quarterbacks, apparently you have 0 good quarterbacks.
Well,
because
he's not picking the wrong quarterback. He's playing Mahomes every week.
Well,
and that is the problem, because we've told him multiple times to play any other one of his 12 quarterbacks except Patty Mahomes, but he can't do it because he drafted Mahomes higher.
Yeah.
He's hanging on to that draft strategy.
I do have it on good authority that Patrick Mahomes will not be in the starting lineup next week.
That'll be the week that he drops 30.
Right.
Exactly.
Who do they play next week? Green Bay?
They have Green Bay, which, possible.
Mm-hmm. CJ Stroud going up against Denver, who's coming on.
They're playing better. And
Trevor Lawrence
Cincinnati.
So maybe that's the jam.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Yep, he's on to Cincinnati. So if we're taking a look at the Central Division, we're going to have the Land Sharks in the lead at 8-3-1. It's not done, right? But we did beat our biggest foe. The issue is the tie, right? So the Golden Taints are moving to 7-5. Sharks are 8-3-1. So game and a half ahead. It's not over, but it's getting close. The Tsunami and the Bushwhackers, one of whom the Bushwhackers are going to be 5-7. Tsunami moving to 4-8. And I know he's my father, so I'm going to keep this brief, but he did guarantee a division victory at the beginning of the year, and looks like that's not going to happen.
So close, though.
Very close. Gents,
Yeah.
let's move forward to the 69ers, who are taking on our good friend, the Twin King. And Drew, looks like you're stomping. What is that, a mud hole? Is that what Jason says?
I believe, yeah. He's from the backwoods, so I believe we are stomping mud holes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stomping a mud hole.
I got to get my boots on. I didn't realize we were stomping.
How's it feel to be stomping that mud hole?
Oh, feels great, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I'm not even in Mississippi, but the mud feels great.
Yeah. You're going to be joining me at 8-3-1. 69ers are moving to 5-7. So.
Yeah, 5-7 for the Niners. Rough week for the Niners. Jaden Reed, that's the shining spot. Touchdown, got some catches. But other than that, pretty ugly. Jordan Love crushing it the last few weeks for me. Like that. Quarterback play feels better. And Kyron Williams, or was it Kyrie Williams? I believe it is.
Mr. Williams.
While we're stomping mud holes, let's call him Kyrie Williams. Welcome back, brother. Welcome to the team. 16 carries, 143, 6 catches, 61, 2 tutties. Yeah.
And then bonus points for 200 total yards.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yep.
My goodness. Yeah, that's a good guy. I got him in the other league. He's a quite an asset to have. Logan. Obviously, we're worried about the Bucknuts. I mean, what do you think, man? It's going to be fireworks coming down to postseason play.
Kyrie, excuse me, stomping mud holes. That's a weapon that, honestly, like, Drew's team without him was solid, but with him and with Tank Dell, Nathaniel Dell, not sure why this website is still calling him his birth name. He is Tank. Yeah, which is great because Drew also has Tank Bigsby. So he's rolling dual tanks. And honestly, we should have known, this man that served our country rolling dual tanks, like, that's a scary sight. So
and I wasn't even a tanker, and I'm rolling dual tanks. You gotta watch out, man.
Yeah, imagine the possibilities. But yeah, it's a good team, and he's got his quarterback figuring things out too. That was really the issue with this team. I think Drew would agree. Finding QB consistency, and if Jordan Love's gonna ball like this, then this team's gonna be real good.
Yeah. So now
the quarterback play worked out for me because I picked up Bryce Young for a week, and he put up a solid, I think, 9 or 11 for me. And then I dropped him, got Derek Carr in the weeks that Jordan Love was trying to, find himself. Derek Carr was playing pretty good. And then Carr got injured, so I had to go back to Jordan Love. And now he's playing pretty good. So it's kind of that everything just kind of worked out at quarterback for me. Yeah, that's that strategy right there is why I wait on quarterbacks, because if you have 2 or 3 of them and you spot start them, it doesn't matter how many total points Patrick Mahomes puts up for a season. If you play the right quarterback on the right week, you can score just as many points as the top quarterback in the league for a whole season. So the strategy has worked out really well for me, and I feel good about obviously Jordan Love going forward. And the reason I held on to him and liked him was his schedule going forward is pretty great, because he does have Kansas City next week, but then he has the Giants, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and then Minnesota. So I don't hate that schedule. And that was a reason where I'm like, I got to hold on to this guy. Derek Carr, same thing. Detroit, Carolina, the Giants, the Rams, and then Tampa Bay. So I have 2 quarterbacks that have pretty moderately soft schedules coming up.
And I got to imagine that Kyrie Williams, AJ Brown, Tank Dell are not coming out of the lineup. So I'm looking, Brees Hall, he's that kind of weak spot that you had this week. We got Ramondre Stevenson as an option. You're welcome for Zay Flowers, who got in the end zone twice this week and put up a celebration that his quarterback described as ass for his first touchdown.
Yep.
That's a direct quote.
Yep.
So it's good for you to have options. Speaking of mud holes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got Alexander Madison and Khalil Herbert playing right now, and they suck. Speaking of ass, yeah, I've been holding on to them. I tried to drop Madison for Ty Chandler, but your dad beat me to that punch. Thank God, because he's worse than Madison. So, yeah, I got some options though. And Romeo Dobbs, he gets in the end zone every now and again. He actually had a touchdown. His last 6 games, he has 4 touchdowns. So, yeah, I have options. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Options are good. Options are good when you have them. When we're looking at the Empires team, we're running out of options pretty quick here. I know, Kara, I got to be careful what I say because she did whoop me. One of her 2 wins.
I remember that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Mike. That sucked.
So she's moving to 2-10 on the year. Coyotes got the win, moving to 5-7. This, my friend, is a toilet bowl total of 34-29. You shouldn't be able to get a victory scoring 34 points, but that's exactly what happened with Angelo and the Coyotes. So congrats to you. And I don't know, Logan, are we thinking that there's a shot here for the Coyotes to make the playoffs? Can they sneak in the back door?
I know you're just, asking the question because you have to, but he still has Kyle Pitts. I mean, come on, man. 34 points would have lost to just about every other team this week. So, yeah, next question.
Next, are you on to Cincinnati?
On to Cincinnati.
All right, very good. Yeah, I mean, Gus Edwards has been scoring touchdowns, just didn't get it done this week. Devontae Smith, Skinny Batman, as Drew likes to call him, did get in the end zone, 11 points. I mean, he can put up some points. I don't know. Who knows? He can make a run. Drew, you got anything to say about this matchup?
Yeah. Coyotes look primed and ready for the toilet bowl, the Kohler Bowl. Congratulations to them on the win. We're rooting for you. The Empire. We'll see you next year.
Hey, Drew, congratulations on the division championship.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Locked
man,
it up.
You're 8-3-1. Who'd you beat? You beat the 69ers, right?
Yeah,
so they're moving to 5-7. It's over. Put a fork in
I beat the 32ers, and yeah, that's where we're at, man. Put a fork in it. 8 wins. Locked it up.
Are you thinking about sitting your starters for the next 2 weeks?
I am not.
Okay. All right.
I'm not. Right. We don't play that kind of. We don't do that crap.
All right.
We play football.
Yeah, it's a question that had to be asked.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like it.
I think. Yeah, the only other question, Logan, that I have about this division: is this going to be a 1 playoff team division, or is there going to be somebody else that sneaks out of here and gets into the playoffs, or is this just one? What do you think?
I think it's just going to be Drew. It's just a numbers game at this point, but I mean, I don't know, at least 3 out of 4 of my division are going to be better than the rest of Drew's division. So I would think that maybe 3 get in from mine, and then it's just Drew from his division. But I guess I don't know who's playing who, how it's actually going to shake out. But I would guess that it's just 1 team.
Hey, Logan, remember when we were told the Central was the best division?
Oh, yeah, that is ringing a bell now that you mention it.
Well, the Central does have, speaking of best, Drew, I'm glad you brought that up. If we're looking, this is something I want to continue to update as we've done throughout the year, but total points on the year, we've got the Land Sharks out of the Central Division with 653 in the lead, 18 points ahead of the Golden Taints, also in the division. Alone at the top there, guys. And then we got the replacements at 621. You're 32 points back. And the Nuts, 49 points back at 604. After that, guys, have you looked at this already? Be honest.
At what?
Total point standing.
No, I have not.
Logan, have you?
I've looked at it. I know that when I was winning it, you didn't recap it on the show.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
So I
will-
am aware that this standings page exists. Yeah.
I do need to recap one other thing as well. The fumble that Justin Fields.
Justin Fields fumble. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Not great on the. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
sorry. All right, I'm gonna bring it back. Here. But the first 4 teams in total points, I got Land Sharks, Golden Taints, Replacements, Bucknuts. Okay, so 3 of us in the Taints. Guys, take a guess. You haven't seen it yet. Who's number 5?
Nostradamus.
Okay, Logan.
Players Club.
Okay, the Players Club are 6 and Nostradamus is 7. Gentlemen, I need to look at your faces for this. What if I told you that in 5th place with 547 points, the Tsunami?
Mm-hmm. What's his record?
You got me too fast. He's
4 and
going 4 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah. Hall of Fame. See, that's what Hall of Famers do. They put up points even when they're not even when they're playing in the Kohler Bowl. Congratulations. Excellent job. I don't want to bring up also if by chance I win this Super Bowl, which I was kind of screwed out of last year, but I let it happen, all that feel good shit, whatever. But if I end up winning this Super Bowl, then I will have 3 Lombardi CFFL championships. Tsunami, I believe, has 2.
I don't know if that's true. I think he does have more than 2. Hold on one second.
I don't believe he does.
Okay.
But I'm sleep deprived when looking at the archives, and I don't have a team of lawyers.
Yeah, we saw that earlier in the year. Thanks with the postseason stat.
Cheers.
So, gents, I think it's 3, but we can get research on it.
This is not a fact-based show. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Jesus.
Just don't call up your dad and ask if he has 3 or 2 because that might not be the most reliable source. Yeah.
You want me to get him on the line right now?
I heard he's won the 77 pot like 12 times. So
you and him are the only 2 people who have won it, Logan, in the history of its existence.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Just amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm pumped, man. I'm glad you're in the league. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're winning everything.
I wish I wouldn't have brought it up. Sorry, I'm trying to stay humble.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We'll see in the Super Bowl. We'll humble that ass.
All right, let's go to week 13. Drew, we got now. For those not familiar, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. What we do, we're gonna read the matchup, and then we're gonna go with our picks. Who's gonna win this game? We got the Replacements facing off against the Players Club. Players Club at home. Drew, I'm taking your job. You can have it after this.
Yeah.
Guys, who we got?
That's a game.
Yeah.
That's big. That's for the lead, division lead, potentially. Man, that feels like coin flip, doesn't it?
If it does. And hey guys, I got breaking news. Justin Fields, I just saw the replay. He did inform his team that it was his bad, in fact, that he fumbled that ball. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
That's the leadership that we need on the squad.
That's right.
Whose fault is it when an individual fumbles the football?
It's a good question. I mean,
is it ever anybody else's fault?
Well, back in the day, it was for the Patriots, it was the guy that was responsible for deflating the ball. But generally speaking, it is the person that fumbles it, yes.
So it's his bad that he didn't communicate better with the ball boy to deflate the football so he could actually hang on to it.
That's how I understand it. I never played the game, but that's how I understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drew, I do have this as a true coin flip. I'm trying to look at these rosters, man. This is a good game. Logan,
that's what I'm saying.
Are you worried
about this? I mean, a little bit. I think my squad is stronger, but I also don't trust myself to make the right calls, who to start and who not to start.
The good news is you have CMC. So that there, that you feel good there. Because
that's a pretty good Band-Aid.
He's matchup proof. He could have 4 touchdowns. You never know. So that is the good news. But
He is playing
beyond
Philly.
that, this is going to be whatever, matchup proof. It doesn't matter. He can score against anybody. He did it 17 games in a row. He can score against anybody. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the club is they're not bad.
Yeah, guys, this is tough. I don't know. I don't want to go first. Drew, who you got?
I'm gonna take the club at home. On the road, I would have taken you, Logan, but club's at home. Home field advantage.
Understandable.
I think it's going to be a 51-50 game.
All the drunk fans on the Tito's are going to be coming out strong for that.
You know what I mean? It's going to be loud there. It's going to be loud. They're going to have Tito's probably for free, knowing Jason's ass.
Probably won't be able to be broadcasted based on how loud and obnoxious it'll be, but
I would recommend that we edit that game. Yes.
Breaking news. So Justin Fields will be on a bye. I don't know if that's going to be a bonus or a detriment next week.
That might help.
Looks like
I got my guy Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell's going to be in the starting lineup. I'm going with the replacements, man. This is going to be a good game. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Yep.
All right, Drew, take your job back. Or Logan,
Okay.
who are you picking? I'm sorry.
I'll break the tie. I'll
pick
I'll
yourself,
flip the
right?
coin, and it came up replacements.
Oh, okay.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. The Big Daddy Bandits at Bob Stradamus, Nostradamus, Kirby Kings.
It's a big game, guy. I mean, it's not going to have the firepower that the previous game that we just talked about is going to have, but it's important.
It is. There's still some football to be had, so we'll see how that goes. I got to go for the guy that was on in Allen's on by. Allen's on by. So you got to swing towards the Bandits on that, right?
Yeah, I think you have to. But Bob Stradamus, man, he's finding ways to get it done. Who's his back? He's got Goff, guys. He's got Goff.
He does have Goff.
It's not bad.
He could pull the rabbit out of the hat here, but
Saquon Barkley next week. Bye. Ooh, ouch. Not good. Who's he replacing him with? Nobody. Yeah,
nobody. He's getting full of bushwhackers.
I'm going with the Zombie Bandits.
Zombie Bandits, yeah.
Yeah.
Logan, what you got?
I think it's still going to be close, even with those two on a bye. But I'm going to go Nostradamus here. Maybe a little
I like it.
Contrarian, but I like his chances, despite Justin Tucker on the other side.
Be zig, you zag. I like it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's you never know. That's going to be a tight one. Moving on to the
did you make a picture?
I did. I took the Bandits.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. The Golden, what are they?
Golden Taints. You can call them as they are.
No. Okay. I thought we had a kid.
She's, as far as I know.
Okay. So we got the Taints at Tsunami. And what do you got, Mike? Who are you looking at on that one?
I got the Taints, man.
Do you?
Yeah, the Taints are tough, dude. Like I said, I feel lucky that I beat him. He's got Dak, who's on fire. Keenan Allen is going to score points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I was lucky that he didn't get in the end zone this week. Nico Collins, seems like every receiver scores a touchdown every week for the Texans. And then the White Zinfandel is Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, there's just too many weapons. Golden Titans all day. Golden Taints, excuse me.
Titans. That's what we call them. Okay.
And, I love my father, and I hope to see him again very soon. And thanks for
just not in the Kohler Bowl.
No, thanks for Thanksgiving.
Where he's headed.
Great meal, and I appreciate the hospitality.
See you at Christmas. Good luck in this Kohler Bowl. Logan, what you got, man?
I got the Titans here as well.
Okay. Zig and Zag. We're making the Ameritech call to the bullpen with the quarterback situation on the big ass wave, and I'm riding that big ass wave.
Okay.
I am paddling and I'm hanging onto that board for dear life. And I think we're going to see a big ass wave wreck some Titans with their taints out that are golden.
That would be music to my ears. I would love to see that, because I think that would pretty much win me the division, no matter what I do. So that would be amazing. Go Pops.
Yeah, there we go. So that's we got these tough matchups. The Whackers at the Sharks. Interesting.
This is concerning, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Whackers coming off a week. Who you got?
Lamar on bye.
What are you thinking? Yeah, Lamar on bye. Jalen Hurts playing San Fran.
Oh, that's good. That's
Bijan playing the Jets.
Hurts is also matchup proof.
Kind of, yeah. Their defense has kind of sucked. The Rams playing Cleveland, and if Denzel Ward's back, that means Cooper Kupp is going to be. Could be a rough day again for him. DJ Moore, Chicago, they're on bye. Ooh, man.
I wanted to pick the upset here, but we're going Sharks here. It's I think it'll be close, but yeah. Sharks led by Joe Flacco.
I wanted to
don't give away my waiver wire picks.
Oh, my bad.
I wanted to take the Whackers. I wanted them to have any type of hope in this game, but can't do it. Sharks at home.
Logan,
59-0.
Is
it 59-0? Is that how we do it?
He says 79.
79.
79. Okay.
Yeah.
79-0. I'm calling it. Sharks at home.
Logan, you got any intel on my enemy and your friend Devon Achan coming back next week?
He should be back. Yeah. I think it was a short week and they kind of held him out as a precaution, as I understood it. And they were playing the Jets, like your Turkey Bowl team probably could have beat the Jets last week. So
more to come shortly on my Turkey Bowl team who, guys, we performed.
Yeah. But I think he's going to be back and he's going to be playing Washington. So maybe he'll come back and, get back to his old ways. Or maybe he'll get hurt again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting hurt, Coyotes at home. Playing the Niners. What do you think?
The 32ers?
The 32ers.
I got the Coyotes.
Smells like Kohler.
Yeah, it's definitely Kohler. I got the Coyotes because Gus Edwards is going to get in the end zone. Devontae Smith is going to do something. Kyle Pitts will catch 3 balls for 27 yards and get him a point.
Yeah.
And it won't take many points. It's not going to take a ton of points. Coyotes.
Kind of a boring game. I'll take Coyotes. Logan, what you got?
Let's make it a sweep. I'm hoping to see Tyler Higbee take Kyle Pitts' starting role and return him to glory.
I like it. We'll see what happens. Speaking of glory, Empire at hosting my nuts.
The division champion nuts.
This is your first road game, Drew.
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay.
The nuts are hosted. Sorry,
Yeah.
The Empire is coming to my nuts. Is that weird? Did you get weird? Okay.
That's a little weird. I'll make sure we click out for kids on the rating.
That's the bullet speaking. Let me Okay. And we're back. The Empire at the Bucknuts.
Hey, I hope for content's sake that she jumps up and beats that ass. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the nuts.
Okay.
Well, if Mike's taking the nuts, I will join him.
Take my nuts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gladly.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, we were talking about sitting guys. I mean, do I go to the bench? Is there any reason?
You don't want to give Zay Flowers some run just so he's happy entering the playoffs.
Do I put the backup Tank Bigsby for his one carry? Do you think he falls in the end zone with his one carry? Where do I go with this? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you got a couple of days to figure it out, so take your time. What about Ramondre Stevenson? 21 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. What about him?
I was worried about Kyrie Williams coming back. I was thinking that he might not get the full load. He might not. They're working him back off injury. And I 30 minutes before game time, I see, screw it. I'm putting Williams in because Ramondre is probably going to suck. And I saw Ramondre get in the end zone, and I'm like, oh, God, watch me screw this one up. Williams will get like 3 carries for 4 yards,
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. Yeah, he absolutely blew the top off it. And, so He's pretty much just staying in that starting lineup because I need him scoring. 25 fine. I'll take that every week. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I think Logan's ahead of me because I just saw him glance at the TV screen. But TJ Hawkinson scores a touchdown, and this is good news, Logan, for you, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got Justin Fields needing to make a comeback here. Extra point is good, confirmed. 10-9. I wish they needed a touchdown. I don't want them to settle for a field goal. I haven't totally given up yet.
Okay. Currently 46-50. That fumble did not help.
That hurts.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Fumbles generally don't help the team that fumbles.
True. Good point. That's a good point, man. This is cutting edge analysis.
You know what I
Good
mean?
work.
That's why we get sponsors like Bullet.
Yeah. And
they know what they see. It's beautiful.
Chianti Classico, man.
Chianti Classico.
Yeah.
And O'Doul's.
Old
What are you drinking? Old Forester.
Old
That's
Duel.
I knew it started with
Hey.
an O.
If O'Doul's wants to sponsor us, I mean, we could make room for more sponsors, I think. Just as long as there's nothing in the contract about us drinking it.
Maybe that'll be Jason's next sponsor.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my
Jason might have to get O'Doul's.
part of
We're
the
gonna-
suspension package.
Is there anything in our bet contract that says we can't buy him $50 worth of O'Doul's?
I think so. I've been texting with him off and on. I think heads up for the next time that he comes on the podcast. I think he's going to have a visual effect that that should be interesting.
Should I wear a helmet when he comes on? I mean, I'm scared. I'm like, I could get the body armor out. Do I need to be armed? You know?
I don't know, man. But I tell you what, guys, I'm proud of us. We won an hour and 15 minutes. You know, good job by us. Do you
cut it
want to
down.
hear about this turkey bowl for 2 minutes or no?
Not really. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
First, we want to hear about the turkey bowl.
Okay. All right.
Been waiting all show for this. Get to
So,
it.
I'm the oldest dude in the draft, right? I'm 37 years old. I'm playing against all of my wife's younger cousins. We've got, let me see here. We've got
Children,
track.
inexperienced children.
Yeah, well, we've got some track at. Remember, Drew, we're almost 40, so these
Yeah.
kids, in their mid 20s.
Are they like 8?
We had
I win this turkey bowl every year. Oh, they're toddlers.
We had a 13-year-old play. It's the youngest player that we've had to this point so far in the history, I believe. But he got in for maybe like 20% of the snaps. So
Okay.
he was playing offensive line, and that was a mismatch. Let me tell you.
Okay.
But I love
That's good PT for the kid. That's
Yeah.
good.
Might
So-
be like a dynasty league guy.
Definitely. Yeah, you want to have your hands on him. He's very solid. He's going to have some bulk to him. We got to make sure he's developing his catch ability and his catch radius. So the way that this thing started out, oldest dude in the draft, I was the number 1 overall pick. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I was feeling the pressure. Right, I needed to perform. Yes, I won the MVP last year. Was maybe a fluke. I wanted to make sure that wasn't the case. Okay, so we get out there. It's game day, and gents, let me tell you, we start out strong. 21 points in the first half. All 3 of the touchdowns caught by yours truly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think we had like 4 catches, something like, I don't know, 100 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Wow.
And people are coming up to me at halftime. They want to do the interview. I said, no, I don't do interviews until the game's over.
Autographs.
Don't do
Yeah,
those.
Turner.
Either. Yeah. You know what? How
Wow.
much you got? $40? No problem. I
I need 50. Don't do it for
I
less
know.
than
I got to pay off Jason.
I'll sign for some O'Doul's.
So it was a heck of a first half, and people are saying, "Man, you got this MVP locked up." I'm like, "Hey, whoa, let's get the win." We were up. I think we were up 9 points or something at the half. So it was a great first half. First possession, we were on defense. We got them to punt. It was the first punt in the history of the Ross Turkey Bowl.
Wow.
It was great. We had 2 punts. I actually punted the other one. Drew, you've been proud. It went well. So we go into the second half, and things are starting to get tight. I ended up my stat line: 7 catches, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. Logan's putting his head back. What happened?
Another fumble from number 1 on the Chicago.
Was it his fault though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah. So
Oh.
after telling his team, my bad, I will make sure that doesn't happen again. Next possession, he does it again.
He thought it was a good idea to put the ball directly into Minnesota player's helmet at a high velocity, and didn't go well. Anyway, I'm locked in on Turkey Bowl talk now.
That's all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 7 catches, 153.
So I ended up stat line with 7 catches, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. Now, gents, I got to be honest with you. I did. I got behind the defense on one play in the second half. It was a 50-yard bomb. I laid out for it. I did not make the catch, and it haunts me to this day. Bobbled it, dropped it, didn't work out. There was another one in the second half where I'm running a corner route, and I turn, and the ball's behind me. I dive back towards the ball. I do get a fingertip on it. I tip it 3 times. The defender comes over. He's got 2 hands on the ball for an interception, and I smack it out of his hands for an incomplete pass. I'm calling that a drop as well.
Playing defense on offense, that's a win.
If I pick up those 2 catches for touchdowns, the MVP's mine, right? But didn't happen. And, I can't change the past. What I can do is train for next year. I am happy to report, friends, that my quarterback did win the MVP, and we won 34-32, 2 wins in a row.
Oh, nail biter.
When you get the win and your quarterback gets MVP, that's kind of like you got MVP.
I know,
especially when you're 3 for 1 or 7 for 150 and 3.
Yeah. So, not dissatisfied with the performance. I could have played better, which gives me fuel going into this offseason. I'm going to be hungry coming in next year. So that's the update.
I'll come down to Columbus. We'll work on those hands. We'll get the drills going.
Okay. I can't wait.
We'll get Owen out there QBing, hitting those routes. Yeah. So it'll be good.
You could have 5 of them throwing balls at me at the same time. I was like,
you know what I mean? Yeah. We'll get the 2-month-olds out there and we'll have them sling it.
I love it.
And I mean, if you can't fix your hands,
can we just put it in the jugs? Let's make sure that I don't get shoved into the jugs machine, right? Shit. There goes Noah. Yeah. Catch him, please.
On it.
Oops.
What'd you say, Logan?
I was just going to say, if you can't fix the hands, at least you got a punting future ahead of you.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Man.
Nothing like a wide out / punter.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love it, gents.
Versatility. Love it.
For sure. Fellas, it's been great getting back on with you. Logan, I appreciate your time as always. I hope the show curse does not visit you next week. It has been broken, as you know. Do you have any parting words for us?
No, it was a pleasure to be back on and watch my quarterback just absolutely disintegrate into nothing.
No, the good news is he's on bye next week.
He's on bye. Exactly. He's going to get some time to think about what he's done, and we'll be stronger because of it.
Give him a good spank and put him in the corner.
Yeah, he's playing for his job next year. So it's just I don't know.
He's not going to have a job.
Fan, it's not been a good weekend for us. This is a continuation of bad.
Yeah,
for us.
I'm pretty sure Caleb Williams will be wearing a Bears uniform next year.
Yeah. I think you might be right about that. Drew, you got anything? Send us off.
No. Good job in the Turkey Bowl. Good luck, Logan. Good luck, Mike. And we'll catch you guys next week.
All right.
Next time I talk to you guys might be playoff time.
I know. Playoffs. My goodness.
I love it.
Can't wait.
Love it.
For Logan, for Drew, this is Mike. We are wishing all the coaches well next week until we join you again with the Monday Night Quarterback. Good luck.
Cheers.